Odunze. He's going to be a busy man in the passing game. It's the Bears and the Giants on Thursday night primetime.
EA Sports coverage of the National Football League brings us to one of the legendary venues in the sport. Historic Soldier Field in Chicago. We thank you for having us in. Mike Tirico, Greg Olson, 3 months in the books. Partner, now it's December. It's the best month of the NFL season because the games get more important as the weather gets a little bit colder.
And this is where you find out who the real teams are and who the pretenders are. Do you find yourself not only in the playoff conversation, but can you now play good enough ball down the stretch to not only be in the conversation, but actually find yourself in the postseason?
So pleased to have you along. This should be a good one. We're set, and off we go here on EA Sports. He'll work his way across the 25-yard line. The Giants offense making their way out for the first time. And taking the snaps, quarterback now in his 3rd year in the league.
I think when you go back and watch last week's game, Mike, I think 2 things were at play. Number one, let's give credit to the defense. I think they did a nice job of identifying some of the easy layups we've seen this quarterback hit from a week-to-week basis. They took it away. They made him go to his 2nd, 3rd check down through his progression. And then secondly, when the play did line up, when they did get the look they wanted, he just missed a lot of throws. So they know they cannot afford another pedestrian performance out of him this week. If he can play to the standard we've seen in weeks past, they can have a better chance of having a better result.
Here's 2nd and 6. Here's a first carry for their running back. And he'll get this ahead. Gain of about 4. And it leads to 3rd down. Off play action. He'll set up to throw. No chance at all. He'll go down.
With the right personnel, the safety position is like the ultimate chess piece, right? You can put him in center field to play pass. You can bring him up and make him a pseudo linebacker. But you also can bring him on pressure, Mike, and that's what this guy does so well. The timing and the speed, he got there in a hurry.
And he'll get forward a few yards on the return. And that's where the offense will take over. Here's the Chicago offense taking the field for the first time. They're led out by the quarterback from USC, Caleb Williams.
One thing about this guy that's pretty clear, Mike, is there's not a whole lot that rattles him. He does a good job staying even keel. You don't know if he just threw a pick or if he just led his team to a touchdown drive, and that was kind of the case last week. He didn't let it snowball into a bunch of back-breaking mistakes. He just shook it off and kept playing. Now, can he keep that mentality as the rest of the year unfolds? And if he does, he's going to give his team a chance every single week.
Well, that is a quick drive and the best way to finish it. The touchdown pass downfield. Greg, you rarely see a deep shot like that to start a drive.
You're right, Mike. We don't see it a lot, but I wish we did. It's actually the most efficient and safest down to pass the ball. And in this case, the defense is thinking run, got a lot of defenders up in the box, and they're able to strike deep with a pass play for 6.
7-0 is our score as this kick is sent into the air. A safe kick taken at the 5. And he'll be brought down just beyond the 25-yard line. The Giants offense ready now for their 2nd drive. They were forced to punt the first time through. It led to a touchdown, so down 7-0 as they get the ball back for 1st and 10. Set to go now on 1st and 10. They'll come out throwing here to start the drive.
The drag route. We used to say this is day one install. Every single offense in the NFL has this sort of route, especially for the tight end position. And depending on the speed and the run after catch ability of the tight end, sometimes it can lead to some of the biggest gains.
He is met and dropped. A couple of yards behind the line of scrimmage, too.
And just like that, you go from second and inches, where you think it's pretty much a given that you're going to move the chains, to now finding yourself in 3rd and 2 or 3. Great job by that defense. This completely changes this possession.
Trying to pick this one up on the ground. Looking for room out on the edge. Not going to find it. As a matter of fact, I think he tracked him down behind the line of scrimmage. Good job by the defense, and it's 4th down.
Where a defender makes his tackles tells you a lot about his abilities. And for an interior defensive lineman, Mike, to make plays on the outside of the formation just speaks to his speed, his effort, his ability to run down the line. And we saw it here, and he takes the back down for a loss.
And how about that? Nice return there, picking his way up past the 35-yard line. Here's Rome Odunze, the first-round pick, along with the Bears offense getting set for their next possession. He's been filling up the stat sheet on a weekly basis, hasn't he? You get a look at where he ranks in terms of receptions by a wideout. 13 yards to start that drive, and a quick first down.
We talk so much about starting fast and then trying to sustain that throughout the course of the game. That's exactly what they're doing here. They've got the early lead, but they're not content to just sit on the ball. They're looking to extend it. Nice start here to this drive. Once they cross midfield, then it goes into go mode. You're trying to come away with points every single time you have the ball. It's a good way to start this game here in the first quarter.
These two in rhythm. 12 more yards and a first down. A run here with the rookie from Washington. He'll be taken down after a gain of 2. With that, I want to give you a look at his numbers on the ground in last week's game. 2nd down and 8. Operating from the shotgun, it's Williams. The connection made to Ayuk. And they bring him down inside the 25-yard line.
They've done a nice job spreading the ball around. Make the defense have to account for as many different weapons as possible here early. And think back to our conversation with this coaching staff, Mike. They identified this guy as someone they needed to get involved early and often. So that might be his first target. I don't think it's going to be his last.
Nice chunk here in this good-looking drive. Pickup of 14 and a first down. The tight end, Komet, is on the move. A shotgun snap, and they'll give it to Johnson. And that's a productive run. He gets this one down to the 4. A handoff as they try to run it here. And he will take this one across into the end zone. Touchdown, Bears. A touchdown, lucky number 13 on the season. Extra point try forthcoming. He's got it. And the Bears will extend their first quarter lead. It's now 14-0. The kickoff team is out on the field. And we're back to it as the kick's away. This is fielded inside the 5. Now on the return, he has lost the football. And the defense has it. Special teams comes through again. We don't talk about it nearly enough, but sometimes the biggest plays of the game happen like that one. The kickoff return, fumble, recovered, and momentum swings again.
Everybody loves to see a big return, Mike, but the priority of any kick return unit, just give your offense a chance to possess the ball. And in this case, they don't do that. They turn the ball over, and now they find themselves back out there on defense.
Here's a 2nd and 9. Williams on the RPO, going to get it out to Odunze. The Bears are going to have a first and goal coming up. He's out of bounds at the 2. 1 quarter in the book.
Hold the ready.
2 yards from 6 points. It is first down and goal.
Hey, smash Bronco. Ready.
They'll try to run this one in. And this one ruined quickly. Take them back to the 5-yard line. The task a bit tougher as they face second and goal. Williams. And he might have waited just a bit too long there as he throws it incomplete. Looking to set up the screen, but the defense wouldn't give him the time. 3rd and goal. From the shotgun, it's Williams. And this ball incomplete on 3rd down.
Every so often, Mike, you can see these offenses, and it looks like the passing game gets a little bit too predictable. And as the defense continues to flood the back end of these zones with extra defenders, they're continuing to force this quarterback to not only make some difficult throws, but to put the ball in harm's way. Yeah, he does a nice job handling that kick there, but I think offensively, you come back to the sideline and you're thinking, we have to find a way to finish these drives. I mean, to be in first and goal and settle for 3, that can be very deflating for an offense settling for too many field goals.
The Giants offense getting their final instructions before heading back onto the field. They trail this one 17-0 now. Really need to find some inspiration, some momentum on this drive, as they'll begin here with first down. Nowhere to get away, and he's going to go down.
When it starts bad, it has a funny way of ending up getting worse, and I don't think that could be any more true than it is right now. They're already down by multiple possessions, and after that start to this drive with the sack, they find themselves once again in a massive hole.
Finding space at the 40, and he's going to be brought down.
And finally, we see this offense find a little bit of life here early in this first half. They've struggled to get anything going early on, but at least this play has them on the move. Now, can they finish this drive and finally put some points on the scoreboard here in the first half?
And no chance to turn and go. That one good for just a couple. Now a toss play, running left. And he is not going to get away. Might have gotten a yard, but it will set up 3rd down.
Here we go. Hey.
Now, faking the give. And they're going to track him down. He couldn't find a receiver, and down he goes.
This offense just continues to struggle to find any sort of rhythm. And now part of it is self-inflicted wounds. But the vast majority of their struggles has just been their inability to pass protect. You can't expect your quarterback to settle into the game and have any confidence operating out of the pocket when the second he hits his back foot, the play's over.
And he'll get a few yards back here on the return before being forced out of bounds. Out comes Caleb Williams and the rest of this Bears offense. And he has done everything you could ask of him coming into this one. He spread it around, hasn't taken many chances, and potentially on his way to a big game throwing the football. To the left side, he's got Komet.
So the hope is when you call these underneath drag routes, you're trying to have your tight end come out the backside of the defense in space. So when you put the ball on him early, it leads to big yards after the catch. In this case, they don't get the real big play they were hoping for, but they'll definitely take it.
They'll mark him down up at the 44-yard line. Williams going to look to throw it on first down. That's caught left side by Odunze. And they'll get about half of what they needed. It's a pickup of 5 and sets up 2nd and 5. They'll go play action here with Williams. And that's going to be incomplete. Coverage was good that time. The contact jarring the ball loose and forcing 3rd down.
A rare miss for a quarterback that we've seen really come out on fire throughout this entire contest. I mean, his completion percentage, Mike, is well above league average, and frankly, it's really the biggest reason why they find themselves out in front.
The Bears will use one of their timeouts here. Third and 5.
Let's go.
Working out of the gun, here's Williams. That's caught. It's the tight end, Komet. A pickup there of 25 yards. First down, Chicago.
3rd downs, Mike, those are quarterback downs. Those are the downs where you tend to find yourself in a must-pass situation, and that's where the top guys in the league are still capable of overcoming it. So throw the ball downfield, be accurate with the ball. Winning on 3rd downs, that is a recipe for success.
They'll come up now for 2nd down and 4. Now a give up the middle, and he's going to be taken down as we hit the 2-minute warning here in this first half.
Ready up.
Here's a 3rd down and 4. On 3rd down, it's Williams from the gun. That is catch number 60 for the season.
Man, they're just running this 2-minute drill to complete perfection. It is such a point of emphasis of every offense, Mike. These end-of-half scenarios to come away stealing points make a big impact on the outcome of the game, and they're knocking on the door here, 1st and goal. At the very least, got to come away with some points.
Line of scrimmage, the 7 for 2nd and goal. They'll put Ayuk in motion. He pulls it in around the 5. And he gets to the outside and takes it in. Brandon Ayuk, touchdown Chicago. That's his 2nd touchdown of the game. He's doubled his season output. He now has 4. The extra point is good. And the Bears are able to extend out to a 24-0 lead. Still a little time. Final minute of this first half. We'll see if they can do anything with this kickoff that is coming their way. He'll get this past the 20 before he's brought down shy of the 25-yard line. The Giants offense can see what they can do in the final minute of this first half. They'll try to get this a bit more respectable before the break. It has not been their half to this point. Let's see what they do on this drive. 1st down now. And the Giants here will use the first of their timeouts. The clock will stop with 34 seconds to go until the break. 2nd down and 3.
Here we go.
Back to throw. Short pass taken in by the tight end. Now a timeout. Giants, that is their 2nd. As they'll stop it just a little bit over 30 seconds to go in this first half. They'll look to pick this up 3rd and a yard. He'll drop to throw. That's taken in. What a catch by Neighbors. The Giants going to call their 3rd and final timeout as they stop it with 28 seconds to go in this first half. They'll look to throw again. They'll be forced to just throw that one away. It's incomplete.
Nice example there, Mike, of the quarterback just being smart with the ball, understanding it didn't quite develop the way he had intended. Throw that ball out of harm's way, live to play another down.
We'll try again. It's 2nd and 10. Back to the air one more time. They'll be forced to just throw that one away. It's incomplete.
So as halftime looms, Mike, they have to find a way to capitalize on this drive right here and make sure they end the half with some sort of points. Now, that incompletion, not ideal, but at the very least, it stops the clock, catch your breath, get back in the huddle, and this next play, it's got to be a gotta-have-it best play call.
That's fielded at about the 18. And not much doing there. They made sure he would not get free. The drive begins at the 20. Here's 1st and 10.
Let's go.
To throw is Williams. And he's going to be taken down as time runs out on this first half of play. And apparently we'll forget about that for the moment and turn our attention to quarter number 3. Let's go. Very one-sided first half of action. Will we get a turnaround? Let's find out. The third quarter is underway. And he'll be out of bounds just past the 25. The Bears offense and Caleb Williams set to take over once more. So they come to the line for 1st down and 10. The third quarter begins with a run. And he'll plow forward for a gain of 4 yards. Here's a 2nd and 6. Here's Williams. Ayuk makes the catch right side. And he is out of bounds on the other side of midfield. Now a give on the ground. And a nice run there. He'll be stopped just shy of a 1st down. A pickup of 9. An enviable spot to operate from. Here's 2nd and inches. Now Williams. Oh, high throw there, but a nice job to go up and get him. And they'll get him down after a gain of 5, but that is enough for a 1st down. They'll put Ayuk in motion. To the ground, a 1st down run. Space to run inside the 20. The speed on display. He's in. Touchdown, Bears. That his 2nd touchdown tonight. Extra point attempt still to come. It's up and good. And the Bears move out even further ahead. It is now 31-0. Both teams ready to go once more as the kick's away. He'll start at the 4. And he will get back to only about his 20-yard line. That's where the drive will start. The Giants offense getting things in order as they trot out for this next possession. And look, they've been out of sorts throughout, Greg. That's Palmer, the man in motion. On play action, he'll set up to throw. He'll get this out to the left flat. A very nice open field tackle there. He could not get free and gains nothing.
Really well done here by the defense, Mike, executing this zone defense, and they've got to be able to pattern read. You're not just going to drop back to a spot and just play like a robot. Based on what the receivers do off the line, the defenders have different rules of where their zones move to. Well, they had that one dialed in right from the jump, and they were able to stop that play really before it got started.
Sending a receiver right. Off the play fake, he'll look to throw. And that ball intercepted. Asante Samuel Jr., just like his daddy did.
I think anytime you find yourself trailing in the second half, Mike, all offensive play callers fight the urge to chase those points. They tend to get a little bit over-eager. They tend to push the envelope sometimes a little too far. Those turnovers, they only make the deficit grow, not shrink. Now, there's a lot of football left, Mike. They can still get back into this. They just have to be a little bit smarter about which risks you're willing to take.
Play clock down to 0. That's going to be a delay.
Delay of game, offense.
Throwing is Williams. And that one knocked away. It's incomplete.
They got there in a hurry, didn't they, Mike? I mean, luckily for him, he saw that free rusher coming and at the very least was able to get that ball out to prevent the sack.
Sack! 18 Cardinal, 18 Cops, Buffalo 18. Warriors 70. 60 Maverick, 60 Maverick.
Throwing on second down, Williams. That's Ayuk with it on the left side. He'll be marked down very close to the first down. They got 14 of the 15 that they needed. It's going to set up a manageable 3rd and short.
Similar to a tight end, the slot receiver is often considered the safety blanket. He makes all the difficult catches, tends to be a little bit more around the line of scrimmage, and so far today, he's certainly lived up to that reputation.
On 3rd and a yard, it's Williams. And that is incomplete.
Great pass rushers live for 3rd down, especially when they know the offense has to be one-dimensional. And this is a great example here, Mike. They can just pin their ears back and go. They know there is no threat for run. It is a must-pass situation. And for this offense, they're lucky it didn't result in a sack.
That's taken in. And he's going to have the 1st down. So taking a chance there, playing with the lead, but it works out for them.
First and 10 at the 18-yard line.
They'll turn and hand this one off. And that one shut down pretty quickly. He'll get back to the line of scrimmage. Nothing more.
You could just see the frustration on the running back's face as he's getting helped up off the ground, Mike. There was just nowhere to go from the moment he was handed the ball. Give credit to the defense. Great job.
Williams to throw on 2nd down. In trouble, and down he goes.
If there's one positive remaining, it's the fact that they're still in scoring position. But with the way they've been able to move the ball down here in the red zone, they're thinking 6. But after that last sack, their chances of converting here for a touchdown have gotten a lot more difficult.
3rd and long. Here's Williams. Throw right side, caught by Odunze.
It's pretty evident, Mike, when a quarterback and his wide receiver are operating on the exact same page. The anticipation, the timing, the accuracy of both the route and the ball. And when they're working together like this, that's the definition of teach tape. It's always a little bit of a letdown, Mike. You find yourself deep in the red zone and you have to settle for a short field goal like that. In this case, he's able to put it through, and they get 3.
Here comes a return from the 5. He'll get across the 20, mark him down at the 23-yard line. They'll break the huddle. Coming up now for 1st and 10.
Let's go now. Unlock line. Roll.
And the woes in the running game continue. They're going to subtract yards there. A loss on the play. Lost 1 on the last play, so now it's 2nd and 11. They'll look to throw. And that is incomplete. Malik Neighbors, the intended receiver. And it's going to bring up a 3rd down.
Go.
Out of the gun, he'll throw. Quick throw, taken in. And it'll be brought down as we tick towards the end of this 3rd quarter.
A gain of 19 yards.
So, 3 quarters have...
Here we go.
putting the tight end in motion. He's got a man. That's Traylon Burks. And he's down inside the 40-yard line.
You know, it's really been a one-sided game, but how often do we see in the 4th quarter the team that finds themselves down by a lot, they start to come alive? I think it's a combination of trying to end the game on a positive note.
That's over the middle and intercepted. It's the linebacker, Tremaine Edmonds.
Offside, defense.
So a lot of options on the table now. It's 1st and 5.
Ready.
Blitz coming. He'll throw it. He'll try to hit him with a screen. And they are in great shape. He's taken down inside the 10.
This is a tale as old as time, Mike. It seems that anytime a team forces a takeaway, fumble, or interception, the ensuing drive starts with a shot, a deep play in the air to try to seize on some of that momentum. We just saw a great example of it here.
To the end zone there, but it is incomplete. Asante Samuel that time, all over him in coverage.
Well, if you're going to target him in the end zone, you better come correct, man, because this guy, he embraces those moments of one-on-one coverage when it matters the most, and I think he just saved 6 by getting his hands on that one.
They'll run on 2nd down, and they'll get into the end zone for the first time tonight. Touchdown, Giants. Well, it's not going to be enough, but at least they find the end zone at the end of a hard week's work. At least a little payoff with a touchdown, Greg.
Mike, you can just chalk this one up in the column of too little, too late. Give credit to this offense for not going down without a fight, but they're not going to have enough time to find themselves back in this one.
The kickoff team is out on the field, and we're back to it as the kick's away. This one taken at the 7. Now an opening past the 30. They finally get him down, but he gets all the way.
Ready.
Now a 1st and 10 from the 38-yard line.
Let's go. Ready.
His drive will start on the ground, and he'll work his way past the 40. He's tackled after a gain of 4.
A gain of 4. It's now 2nd and 6 at the 42-yard line.
60 by 6. 60 by 6.
On 2nd down, it's Williams. To the perimeter, he got Odunze on the out. And it'll be a short pickup. That's not enough for the first down.
Defense does a nice job here initially using zone coverage to take away the middle of the field. That's the most valuable real estate in football. Quarterback gets off his first read, sees some openings to the sideline, and him and his receiver are able to connect. One of the easiest ways to negate these really good pass rushes in the NFL, Mike, is just to simply get the ball out of the quarterback's hand as fast as possible. And sometimes it's by design, sometimes it's based on need. But really nice job there by the quarterback, getting into the hands of his receiver and then see what he can do after the catch.
They face second down and 7.
Hawk 70, Hawk 70.
They'll put Ayuk in motion.
Go.
He'll get this out wide. 6 catches for him in the ball game now, and this one's good for a first down.
Bronco switch, Bronco switch. Here we go, set.
At the 34-yard line.
Go check, go check. Hook.
Up the middle they go. And they bring him down inside the 25-yard line. And the big night continues. That last run gives him yardage to put him over 100 for the game. First and 10. They'll stay on the ground. He's taken down just shy of the 10.
And this running game has really been rolling, Mike, all game long. The holes, the run lanes, they've been there consistently. Here's another nice run as they look to put this game away.
Hey, check that, street. Ready, ready?
Right back to him on first down. And he's going to be taken down.
What a great run down here inside the red zone, Mike. It's so important that you still can run the ball. Great job here by the back. I thought for a minute he was going to score. He gets it all the way down inside the 1, and I wouldn't be surprised if they let him finish this drive off.
A run on first and goal. And he's into the end zone yet again. Touchdown, Chicago. His big game continues. 3 touchdowns in this one, and now 15 for the year. We might need a calculator before this one is done. It has been one-sided, and the route rolls on, Greg.
Absolutely, Mike, and they just keep piling on the points. I mean, this offensive play caller, he's saying it's never enough. I'm going to try to score with every possession, and we've seen him do that all game long.
And he's down at the 23, and that's where the offense will take over. Here's the Giants offense now. They get set to take over once more. Things not looking good. But see if they get the turnaround going here. They'll start this drive with first down.
Here we go.
Right away, they'll set up to throw. Quick slant looked in by Neighbors. They'll come to the line now on 2nd and 2. Now they'll set up to throw. The ball deflected at least a couple of times, but it'll fall to the ground. It's incomplete. Here's 3rd and 2. That's Palmer, the man in motion. Off play action. He'll set up to throw. And on 3rd down, that ball incomplete.
I just don't like the look of this passing game, Mike. It just seems a bit erratic. On top of the 2 straight incompletions, they've already turned the ball over through the air. And truthfully, with how dangerous some of these throws have been, they're lucky it hasn't been even more.
Now, fair catch called, and he's going to take it out beyond the 25-yard line.
Okay, ready?
A fresh set of downs to work with. It is first down and 10. The defense still has 3 timeouts. We'll see if they decide to use them here as the offense starts taking a knee. 2nd and 11. Victory formation here as he's down to a knee.